Welcome everyone. In today's video I wanted to talk about ZigZag, which is a DEX on ZkSync. Now I wanted to talk about it today because it's a cool DEX and I think it has a lot of potential, particularly because it's one of the first DEXs on ZkSync, and I think that ZkSync and its ecosystem is really going to explode later on this year, but I'll go more into that in this video. And so because it's on ZkSync, you're going to need to bridge funds over to ZkSync to actually start using it. So you can do that through the bridge that they have here. So you can bridge from Ethereum layer 1 to ZkSync layer 2, and so the cost to actually bridge your funds over, like for me, I think it was like $8, and then I had to create an account on ZigZag as well, which was like $1.50. So all in all, it cost me less than $10 to get set up, but depending on what Ethereum layer 1 fees are at the time, it depends on whether or not this will cost more for you. But the bridging experience was nice and easy. But you also have fiat on ramps here as well. So if I just click on this, basically you can pay with your credit card to get ETH onto ZkSync, and then you can start trading with ZigZag straight away if you don't want to actually bridge any funds through Ethereum layer 1. But let's just take a look at the exchange itself. I quite like it. It's smooth, it's easy to use. If you have used like any centralized exchange for trading before, you should be familiar with how ZigZag works. Now let's just take a look at the pairs that they have here. And so they have quite a few pairs. If we just go along here, as you can see, yeah, there are quite a few. And ZigZag has only been out for 4 months, I think, so like released in November time. And so they've been doing quite well. And what's nice about ZigZag is that the token listings, they're permissionless, so people can add new token pairs whenever they want to, but it will cost like, I think a 500 USD fee for doing so. But they have a few, like ETH UST, ETH USDC, wrapped BTC UST. There's been a big push for the UST stablecoin recently. We've seen it explode in popularity, and so they've really pushed towards actually using decentralized stables on ZigZag, which I like. The team is really committed towards decentralization, and you can see that through their Twitter page as well, but I'll speak more on that later. In terms of actually trading here, you can see that you have lots of different pairs, and in fact you have pairs against ETH, and then you have pairs against Bitcoin, stables, and other things as well. All the tokens that you typically expect to trade, you can trade here. Now, within regards to actual liquidity, depending on what you're trading, it can be high or it can be low. There are definitely people who are trading on ZigZag and they're moving size. However, they're not going to be moving size on every pair. So if we take, for example, ETH USDC, we can see that there is quite a bit of volume and it is actually quite liquid. You could easily trade 200-300k without much slippage trading on ZigZag. However, if you were going to go to a less liquid pair, let's just take Gitcoin UST for example, obviously not as liquid and the spreads are wider. But I'll just quickly show you how you can actually do a trade. So we're going to the ETH USDC pair. Now you have limit and market orders. I'm just going to do market for now, and you can see here it has a sell fee. If I just go on to buy, you can see that the fee is 41 cents. And basically if we go to layer2fees.info, we can see that to do swaps on ZkSync, it's actually the cheapest place within the Ethereum ecosystem, right? So doing it here is cheaper than doing it on Boba Network, on Loopring, on Arbitrum, Optimism, and obviously Ethereum layer 1. You can see here it's like $18 to do a swap, which is quite ridiculous. So ZkSync is the cheapest right now. Metis isn't here, but from my understanding, Metis is going to be somewhere near wherever Boba Network is. So it's probably going to be like around 45-50 cents as well. So currently right now, this is the cheapest place that you can do swaps, in the whole of Ethereum. Now I have seen fees be cheaper than that, particularly when we're in low gas environments. So you have been able to do swaps like under 30 cents, but basically it's going to get a lot cheaper in the future as more and more people use ZigZag and or like these other rollups as well. The costs are socialized when you're using rollups, so the more people use them, the cheaper it gets per person, which is amazing. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to sell all of my ETH, and here we go. I just need to sign a transaction and we should be good. Not as fast as, say, trading on a centralized exchange, but it was pretty damn fast in terms of like trading on other dexes as well. And so if I want to just rebuy that ETH, I can just do this here. Yeah, and there we go. My order's been filled. So of course you can do this on whatever pair that you want to here, but of course you are just going to have to be mindful of the liquidity, because there are going to be some low liquidity pairs. Like, I don't really know who's trading Keep UST. So if we just go into the roadmap, we can see that they're planning to launch on ZkSync 2.0 as well as Starknet, and they, sort of place a target on that for Q1 2022. So it should be out within the next month at the time of uploading this video. And so just taking a look at their Twitter, they have a ZigZag whale watcher page. So this is a bot, and it will just talk about some of the people who are trading size on ZigZag. So we have a 30k ETH sell order on the ETH DAI pair here, 72k sell on the ETH UST. ETH UST, we have a 293k sell order. Oh, look at this, 675,000 ETH buy order on the ETH UST pair. So, there are people trading size here. There is enough liquidity given the right pair as well. So this is another cool thing with ZigZag as well. So by unique users, they are the 8th largest dApp on Ethereum and almost as big as SushiSwap. So this post was on the 20th of March. It might have changed by now, but just taking a look at this, they have 2,112 unique users over the space of 24 hours. And we can see here that OpenSea obviously dominates. They have 32,000 users. Uniswap, V2, V3, MetaMask, 1inch, the Polygon POS bridge has a lot. And then SushiSwap has 2.54k users, which isn't that much more than ZigZag. And SushiSwap is an Ethereum DeFi blue chip. It's been around since the summer of 2020, and ZigZag's only been around for 4 months. So this is very impressive growth for them. And so I think it just makes sense to get set up on ZigZag and start trading there. I'm looking to probably make a switch from FTX to ZigZag once they get started on ZkSync 2.0 and start enabling margin trading as well, because I'm mostly on FTX right now because they are margin trading. I would move over to something like Mango Markets. However, I do have my doubts about the stability of the Solana blockchain itself, and I would feel a lot safer actually using ZkSync because rollups inherit the security of Ethereum layer 1. And so that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more videos like this one.